Welcome back, Heroclix fans. Today I have another unboxing, this time featuring the Avengers vs. X-Men Heroclix starter set. And this is actually the X-Men starter set. You can get the Avengers starter set as well. So these actually released today. So go to your store, go online, pick up yourself an Avengers or X-Men starter set. Now, the cool thing about these, they come with custom dice and tokens. As you see in the front there, you have Cyclops token and X-Men dice. That is really, really cool, and there's also a bunch of other goodies inside the package behind there. We are going to take a look at that right now. But first, let's take a look. We have Namor, Cyclops, Magneto, Colossus, Magik, and Emma Frost. Those are the 6 characters you get, so this is amazing. I'm a huge X-Men fan, so I've been waiting for this for a long time. And if you look at them, each one of them are switch clicks, so you can pull them off their base. And if you play in the Avengers and X-Men tournament scene at your local tournament, it's basically a new tournament structure where you'll play locally and you'll get prizes, and one of the prizes will be like team bases, so these figures can go on team bases as well. So it's all really, really cool, and let's take a look at the back. Here in the back you get to see the 6 character cards here with the computer generated, and on the back below it tells you what's in this. We have 6 figures with switch clicks, 6 character cards, 6 action tokens, 1 powers and abilities card, 1 rule book, 2 full colored size maps, and 2 custom dice. Let's open it up and check it out. Alright, so here we have the inner contents like the paper, the maps, objects, and debris tokens. So this is pretty much what you're going to get when you open up this starter set. These are the kind of things that are going to help you learn the game and actually learn the powers. And we have a map here. It's double-sided. The Utopia Indoors and Utopia Outdoors East, which has like a water map, which is really, really cool, which we will take a look at that near the end of this video. We have the 6 character cards over there. Those look really, really good. They're not bent or anything, so that's fantastic. We have 3 light objects and 3 heavy objects, as you see right here. Heavy is red, light is yellow, and we have 2 sheets of barrier, smoke, and special. So there's actually, I believe there's like 4 each, so that's pretty nice. That's standard in starter sets. We have a powers and abilities card, as you see here back in the back. Also, I have the powers and abilities card on my website, glasscabinethobbies.com. I have all the powers, combat abilities, basically everything that's on that powers and ability card you can find on my website, along with team abilities. And in the back here we have the rule book, which is always nice to have, but like I said, you can learn a lot from watching people play and watching other tutorials, but looking at the rule book is always nice to have on hand for certain things. So here we go, guys. These are our action tokens. Cyclops, Namor, Magneto, Colossus, Emma, and Magik. I think they look very, very good, and they're actually pretty sturdy. They have a little bit of weight to them, so they're not cheaply made. Very, very nice. And I'll flip the back over, and that's what they look like on the back. I don't need to show you all of them, but these are very, very nice. This is due to the increase of the price of these starter sets. I don't know if it's warranted, but these are very, very nice, and I definitely recommend it if you are looking to pick up these action tokens. Very, very nice. And these are the standard X-Men dice. As you see here, they're like blue and yellow, and they have just the standard normal X-Men logo there. Very nice dice, nothing spectacular, but I'm sure that also adds some value, because before they gave you just very tiny little dice, which were not very useful, only for maybe putting action tokens near characters. But these are actually nice dice that you might want to use in a game for rolling your attack rolls and stuff like that. So this is very, very nice. The added bonus of having the tokens and the dice are a nice feature with this starter set. And here are your X-Men. I'm very pleased with the detail on these figures. You really are going to like the dials as well. They are a little expensive for the amount of clicks you get. I made a post about this on HC Realms and also on my Facebook page. that these are very nice dials, but for their points, you're going to get less clicks. So each click is going to count so much more. But these are very nice dials. These figures are really, really good. Cyclops, Magneto are standouts. The rest are pretty solid as well. So let's go through them really, really quick here. So here we have Cyclops. He's ruler, X-Men keywords. You can start him at 150 or 100 points. He's got improved targeting, run and shot. He also has a special movement power that allows him to use Force Blast and run and shot. When he uses run and shot after the action resolves, he can use Force Blast as a free action. He has Force Blast, Precision Strike, Psychic Blast, Energy Shield Deflection, Toughness, Special Damage Power. Cyclops can use Leadership and Outwit. When he uses Leadership, adjacent characters with a shared keyword are considered to be lower points. That's amazing. So basically, if they share keywords with him, he can roll Leadership and take a token off them because they're going to be considered lower than him, even if they're more expensive. So that's fantastic. Range Combat Expert, Enhancement. Let's take a look at the dial. Before we go into it though, we'll see Sharpshooter and in Dom, 8 range single target. There we go. That's our 100 point. And there you go. Like I said before, they are a little bit shorter on the dials, but each click is a little bit better than traditionally that you would get. Those last clicks typically would not be nearly as good, but for this guy, they're a little bit better. But I like them a lot. Those powers, the improved targeting are going to be huge. And here's Emma. I think her sculpt looks amazing. Let's take a look at her card, Emma Frost. Hellfire Club, Hellions, X-Men, 125 points or 100 points. We have a trait. Emma Frost's powers can't be countered, which is fantastic. When a friendly character with the X-Men keyword is more than 4 squares away, Emma can use Sidestep. That is really nice. There's also Mind Control, Charge, a special attack power. She can use Outwit and has the range of 7 for that. Super Senses, also a special defense power. Can use Exploit Weakness, Impervious, and Shape Change. Then we have Willpower, Enhancement, Outwit, and Probability Control. Let's take a look at the dial really quick here. I think she's going to be a very useful figure, and in either one of her point values, she will be very playable. Alright, Namor, let's take a look at him. I love this sculpt. I love the, him flying out of water. Looks fantastic. Let's take a look at the card here. Atlantis, Defenders, Illuminati, Ruler, and X-Men. We have improved movement, ignores characters. We have a trait. When he is hit with an attack or given a second action token, put a rage token on his card. Before he rolls for an attack, you may remove a rage token from his card so that the attack deals penetrating damage. Wow. He also has Charge, Flurry, Super Strength, Precision Strike, Impervious, Invulnerability, Invincible, a special damage power, which allows him to use Toughness. When he occupies water, he can use Regeneration. When it is not your turn, opposing characters cannot draw a line of fire to him. So wow, if he's in water, that's going to be fantastic. Battle Fury and Close Combat X. I think he's going to be a lot of fun to play. He is expensive though, as you see down here. He comes in at $225 or $150. Let's take a look through his dial. That's a really nice dial. I think he's going to be a lot of fun to play. Here we have Colossus, the bald-headed Colossus, but it still looks pretty cool though. Let's take a look at his character card. Armor, mystical, and X-Men. I don't know if this is the first one that we have Colossal with mystical. That's kind of cool. Improved movement. Special on movement. He can use charge and plasticity. If he has 2 action tokens, adjacent friendly characters that can use the X-Men team ability can also use that team ability as a free action. That is really, really good, because if you want to heal using the X-Men team ability, you always have to put a token on the character and then roll to see if you take a click of damage or not. This is saying it's a free action, so you just do it, and you still have to roll for your, see if you take a click of damage. And you can only give a character the same free action once, so you wouldn't be able to just continuously do this. So if you want to give, you know, Magneto that power, then he can do it, but only do it once per turn. That is pretty cool. We have sidestep, charge, super strength, special defense power, which allows him to have defend, and impervious, which it shows him right now with it. So that's really cool. We also have invincible, invulnerability, empower, and battle fury. Let's take a look at his dial real quick. I'm already liking this dial already. It looks pretty good. Some big damage there. KOs on click 9. That's a pretty nice dial. I saw some lower attacks in there, but in general, there's a lot of damage output and a lot of damage reducers. I think he's going to be great. I think with that special defense power and movement power to use the free actions for the team ability are going to be very nice. Here we have Magik. You can see her coming out of this like portal with her sword. That's a really nice sculpt. I really, really enjoy that. Magik, mystical, X-Men, 125 points or 75 points. And with Mystic team ability and the X-Men team ability, they all have the X-Men team ability if I haven't mentioned that. She has a trait, give Magik a power action and choose an adjacent character. Place Magik in any square within range, place the chosen character in an adjacent square, roll a d6. On the result of 1 through 4, the chosen character can't be given a non-free action until your next turn. So the cool thing about that is you can do this teleportation disc, and if you roll a 5 or a 6, the character that you brought through the teleportation disc can actually be given an action. But if you roll a 1 through 4, they can't. They can only be given an action next turn. But it gives you this potential to be able to do that, and I think that's really, really awesome. You know, it's not broken, but it can be really, really good if you roll a 5 or a 6. But it's not broken because the chances are you're not going to be able to do it. Also have a movement special. Magik deals penetrating damage to characters with the mystical keyword. So all those mystical teams, she can be kind of like a secret weapon for you. But then again, a lot of mystical characters don't have damage reducers. But like Colossus here is actually a mystical character, so it's kind of funny because he definitely has damage reducers. Charge, pulse wave, telekinesis, blades, energy shield deflection, barrier, combat reflexes, probability, and outwit. Let's take a look at her dial. And she's KO'd. She definitely has a lot of support powers, and she's going to help out your team quite a bit with that. The support powers and her trait I think are well worth her points. And the final character in this starter set is Magneto. 200 points or 150, X-Men TA, ruler, and X-Men keywords. Let's take a look at the character card. Magneto can use energy shield deflection and telekinesis. During the beginning of your turn, if Magneto has 2 action tokens, he can use telekinesis as a free action, but he may only use it to place friendly characters. That is fine with me. If I can TK a friendly character out or bring him to me for free, I will do it. He has Indom, so he's not going to take pushing damage if he has 2 tokens. And I think there was some word about this. This is maybe one of the first, if not the first, Magneto with Indom on the base, which is fantastic. So you don't have to actually use a resource to get that willpower. Very nice. Run and shot. Special movement is Force Blast. When he has no action tokens, he can use it as free action. Some more free action abilities here. Pulse Wave, Invincible, Toughness, Leadership, Outwit, and Enhancement. Alright, so here we're going to take a look at the base here. You see those nice opening stats, 8 range, 2 targets, and Indom. And there it is. I think that's a really good Magneto. There are some really good clicks in the front dial, maybe like the first 4 clicks. Then he kind of tapers off a little bit. But some of the powers he has, I think, really makes it worthwhile to playing him at any one of the point levels. The run and shot Pulse Wave with really high attacks and damage and nice defense powers and stats, I think make him a playable character. Definitely with traded telekinesis and energy shield deflection, which you don't see it on the dial. You're like, oh wow, but they're there. Energy shield deflection, whole dial with TK add up quite a bit. So I really highly recommend this X-Men starter set. And before I go, let's take a look at the 2 maps. Alright, so we're taking a look at the Outdoor Utopia East map, where we have the ocean, or like the beach line, throughout the map here. So you can, on both starting areas, you get access to the water, so Namor will have perfect opportunities to get around that way. Also, we have some hindering terrain throughout the middle here. Elevation 2, Elevation 1, some blocking terrain. It looks like a pretty standard outdoor map. Looks like we have the fortress kind of right there, and it looks pretty cool. Actually, don't mind this. A little bit of water, a little bit of land. Not too much hindering, but you know, not too bad. Let's take a look at the other side. The Indoor Utopia. Similar kind of style to like the Danger Room maps, but a little bit different. We have our round table here, blocking, 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 and some hindering. Not too difficult indoor map with some walls, a little bit of blocking in the middle there, but a lot of different strategies that you can take on this map. I like it quite a bit. But there's not a ton of hindering, so you're not going to be able to really do like Batman and stuff like that bouncing around. But the hindering in the middle, but it's a prime spot for people to just snipe you and come in, sneak around the wall and charge up on you. But it's pretty cool. So that is the conclusion of the X-Men starter set. Hope you guys enjoyed it.